Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you're new here, my name is Lisa and I'm a freelancer in Cornwall. And if you're not new here, welcome back. In this video, we're going to spend a solo weekend together in Cornwall. This is the first weekend in a very long time that I have absolutely no plans in the diary and I'm not working. So I thought I'd plan a little solo weekend and vlog it and bring you guys along. As you guys may know, I live on the north coast of Cornwall near Newquay, and this weekend is actually Boardmasters Festival. It's one of those festivals where if it's on your doorstep and you've got tickets, amazing. But if you haven't got tickets, you're not attending, I tend to just try and avoid it at all costs. It's a lot of traffic, a lot of crowds of people. So I thought this would be a good opportunity to do a few day trips around Cornwall to spots that maybe I wouldn't drive to on a normal weekend. I'd also really love to get a run in. So I'm thinking tomorrow we maybe go to the Lizard, do a run around there and then head to Kynance Cove, grab a coffee and do some of the lovely walks around there. That's actually where my parents live as well, so I'll probably pop in and see them at some point. And then on Sunday, I would like to plan a trip to somewhere in Cornwall that I've never been before. Now, I grew up in Cornwall and I absolutely love exploring, so there's not a huge amount of the Southwest Coastal Path in Cornwall that I haven't done, but there definitely is a few spots that I've yet to explore. So we're gonna have a look on the maps and I'm going to plan something this evening for Sunday. Truth be told, I have had a bit of a travel itch for the past few weeks where I've wanted to be on a solo trip. And I thought to myself, actually, I do live in a holiday destination in the UK. I have a weekend free and there are parts of this county that I still haven't seen. So actually, I can create my own little solo trip right here from home. So that's the plan. I hope you enjoy this video. If you're not subscribed yet, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps new accounts like mine. It's 6 p.m. on Friday and I have just finished up with work. All of my clients' posts are scheduled for the weekend, so we can absolutely switch off this weekend and not be worrying about work, which is great. Before we crack into a really busy weekend, I am planning a super chilled Friday evening in. Plan for this evening is make a homemade lasagna. I've been craving one all week, so that's going to be on the menu this evening. And then I think it's just going to be a chilled one. I'm going to watch a movie, maybe paint my nails, and then just have an early night before our busy weekend. Let's go make this lasagna. Time for the taste test. It smells so good. so good. It doesn't look super appealing, but that is honestly one of my favourite recipes. So delicious. The like bolognese part tastes so rich because of the sausage meat that I put in. If there's any Italians watching, please don't come for me. I know this isn't authentic, but it tastes damn good. Got my bagel, good morning, we're ready, we're raring to go. It's 7 a.m. and I'm just gonna have this and then get in the car and drive over to the Lizard. It's about an hour-and-a-half drive from my house. So I wanted to set off nice and early because I am gonna squeeze a run in as soon as I get there. The temperature this morning is meant to be about 20 degrees and I thought I'd get up early, get the run done as early as possible so it's a bit cooler. Also, the Lizard is a really popular touristy spot. So I thought by getting the run in a little bit earlier, I might avoid the crowds. Probably still going to come across quite a lot of people as I should be arriving there around 9 a.m. But yeah, I'm going to eat this and then we're going to drive over to the Lizard. It's literally bang on 9 a.m. and I've arrived, so I'm very happy about that. The sun is beating down, so I think it's going to be a bit of a hot run, so the sooner I get out, the better. This is where I was living a few months ago before I moved to the North Coast in June. So yeah, I'm very familiar with the area, very familiar with this run route. I'm really excited to do it again. It's been quite a few months since I've done this one. So I think the plan is going to be to do a couple of loops of the village and then run to Kynance Cove, which is pretty much all flat. Then we'll get to Kynance, I'll probably pause, take in the view, and then run back to my car, which is here parked where my parents live. And then I'll swap my running vest for my bag with all of my bits in for like a day trip. And then we'll walk down to the lighthouse, get a coffee. And then I think I'm going to head back to my parents' house for lunch. And then we can spend the afternoon together, maybe doing like a coastal walk in the area. But yeah, this part of Cornwall is so, so beautiful. I'm really excited to show you guys. The Lizard is stunning. There's some gorgeous coastal walks. Kynance Cove is incredible. If you haven't checked it out and you're visiting Cornwall this summer, definitely get down there. As I said before, it is August, summer holidays, peak season in Cornwall. So I do expect to see quite a lot of crowds today. But if you can visit in the off-peak season, it's even better because you just kind of have these beautiful spots all to yourself, really. So I'm just gonna have a little bit of water to hydrate, do some stretches, and then we can get out on this run. Let's go. Done. That felt so good. Honestly, I feel like I have a personality transplant when I go for a run. Where is my sun cream anyway? Just popping on some sun cream because it's so warm today. I think I'm going to put my t-shirt on as well, and then we can go and get a coffee and walk to the lighthouse. Coffee secured. From coast, you can get down to the Lizard Lighthouse and Lizard Point, which is the most southerly part of the UK, in about 15 to 20 minutes. It's a really easy stroll along an off-road pathway that takes in views across fields and ocean. Definitely a great choice for a more relaxed walk with a coffee, which was ideal for me post-run. This is the first time I'd seen cows in this field right by the lighthouse, which was quite cool to see. There's a National Trust car park here if you did want to drive down, but honestly, I'd highly recommend avoiding driving down here, especially in the summer, as the road down is super narrow, but in true Cornish fashion is still a two-way system. I'd just park up in the Lizard Village and walk down. The lighthouse itself is currently closed off to the public, but can be admired from afar. The best part of this walk is yet to come as you head further down to Lizard Point. The views down here never cease to amaze me. As cheesy as that sounds, it never gets old. There are two more cafes down here. I really love the coffee at Coast, which is why I'll normally grab my coffee and enjoy it on the walk, but Wavecrest on the Lizard Point do a great cream tea, and Polpier Cafe, which is the UK's most southerly cafe, do a really decent breakfast too. There are also some really cute cliffside boutiques and art shops here, so if you want to pick up a souvenir, you can. You can carry on up there, but we are gonna cut up this little secret route back to the village because I'm getting really hungry and I'm ready for lunch. I think I was being a little bit ambitious when I said I was going to do a 5k run followed by a coastal walk, followed by another coastal walk later in the afternoon. No regrets though, I ended up going back to my parents for lunch and then we just hung out in the garden all afternoon and it was so needed. Sometimes I really struggle just to sit and do nothing and not feel guilty, but actually that was exactly what I needed today. My parents have the most beautiful garden as well, they're such good gardeners, so as soon as I sat down in that chair and Mum made me a cup of tea, I just knew I was not moving for the rest of the day. I left theirs about 6 and got home just after 7, made myself some quick dinner, just some salmon that was left over in the fridge that needed eating. And now I am gonna hop in the shower, wash off all the sun cream and the sweat from sitting in the sun and running all day. And then I think I'm just gonna make a tea and carry on with the series that I started watching last night. Today has been the best day though. Honestly, I've just like combined all of my favorite things into one day, which is like being outdoors, being in the sunshine, being near water, running, seeing family. Like, what could be better? Seeing my cat and my dog as well. They're so cute. I miss them so much. The series that I started watching last night is called Finding Alice. Has anyone else watched it? It's on Netflix. I think it was released like back in 2021, but I think it's just been added to Netflix this week because it came up on my like new recommended stuff to watch. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's good. I feel like I was expecting it to be a little bit more dramatic, like crime thriller. It is a crime thriller in a sense, but it's actually also a little bit sad. Like, it's quite emotional. And last night I was sat there on my little solo evening in with my lasagna being like, oh my god, I don't know if I want to be sitting here in my feels right now, but here we are holding back the tears at this TV series. But it's actually quite good, so I would recommend it. Just, you know, trigger warning, it is actually quite sad. But I am going to persevere and watch a few more eps tonight, I think, and then get an early night because we've got another fun Cornish adventure tomorrow. This time I'm going somewhere I've never been before, so we can come along together and check out a new area, and I will tell you more about that tomorrow morning. I'm going to go for my shower now, go make my tea, and I will catch up with you guys in the morning. Morning guys, happy Sunday. I am just having my morning tea and then we're going to head out. I'm very excited to go on a new walk today that I've not done before. So the plan of action is we're going to drive to Gorran Haven, which is about a 45-minute drive from here. It's located on the south coast, kind of near St Austell, Mevagissey way. And we're going to park at Gorran Haven and then walk along the southwest coastal path to Mevagissey. I have actually been to Mevagissey before. It's a beautiful little Cornish fishing village and it's a popular tourist spot. So my thought process was, by parking at Gorran Haven, it may be slightly quieter, I'm hoping, because it's slightly lesser known. I mean, the fact that I've not been there before and I've been to most places in Cornwall, makes me feel like it might be a little bit lesser known than Mevagissey. So we can park there and then do the walk, which is about an hour and 45 minutes, I believe, each way. So we can walk to Mevagissey, and then I've actually packed a little lunch. So I've just made myself a little sandwich, take a few snacks with me to make it a bit of a cheaper day. I might grab an ice cream when I'm at Mevagissey or a coffee or something like that, and just have a little meander around the town, show you guys a bit of Mevagissey, and then we can walk back to Gorran Haven, so another hour and 45 minutes. I think there is a circular walk, but I think I'm just going to retrace my steps on the coastal path. I think I'm less likely to get lost if I do that. So that is the plan of action. As I said yesterday, it is August and school holidays in Cornwall, so I do feel like anywhere I go this weekend would be busy anyway. The Lizard yesterday was very, very busy. I managed to beat the crowds, I think, getting out for my run when I did, but Kynance car park was filling up thick and fast when I left. So I think everyone is enjoying their summer holidays, but I'm also quite happy for people that have come down here for their summer holidays and they're getting this weather, because nothing beats Cornwall in the sun. Like, if the sun was here solidly throughout the summer months, I truly don't think anyone would bother even like going on holiday, because it's just such a beautiful county with so many different spots to check out. But obviously with the UK weather, sometimes we just don't get it. So it's been so nice that this summer's actually kind of given us some amazing sunny days and lots of sunny weekends as well. So yeah, I'm happy for all the tourists that have come down and they've got this weather, because they can actually really enjoy Cornwall. Yesterday was one of my favourite days. I had the best time, so I'm really hoping today will be just as fun and we can go on this little solo trip together and explore a new area. I'm going to finish my cuppa and then we'll head off. Honestly, the country lanes in Cornwall are not for the faint-hearted. I feel like sometimes when I'm driving down them, I'm literally holding my breath as I go around the corners. But we've made it to Gorran Haven. I've just parked up. The car park is massive. A ticket for all day, which lasts until tomorrow morning, so I could stay overnight if I wanted to, but I'm not going to, costs £6. So I think that's actually kind of reasonable for Cornwall, especially in the summer. What I'll do is I'll pop all of the details of parking, and locations of where I've been in this vlog in the description below, so if anyone wants to check out anywhere that I went in the Lizard and also on this walk today, then you can check out the description below. I'm gonna grab my bag and let's get going. Just about to turn this headland and we'll be able to see Mevagissey. I have some thoughts on this walk. I'm going to save them for after. But yeah, it's an interesting one, that's for sure, but so beautiful. The scenery is just unbelievable up here, and I have walked past quite a few different like walkers, some runners, and even some guys on bikes. Such a peaceful view. I actually don't want to move. We've got about 45 minutes left to go until we get to Mevagissey, so I'm going to tear myself away from this bench in a moment and carry on the walk because an iced coffee is getting me through. I'm thinking about, yeah, getting an iced coffee in Mevagissey, and then on the way back we can always take our time. But yeah, there's a few people in the distance, but honestly no one's walked past in about 15 minutes. I got this mint and cucumber iced tea, and I don't know why it's this colour. It looks like a flat Coke. I'm gonna see what it tastes like. That tastes like nothing I've ever tasted before. I'm not sure about that. Back on my little bench spot again. This is growing on me. It tastes really bitter. It almost does taste a little bit like Coke. The cucumber I can taste. The mint, I'm not so sure. It's very strong, like nothing I've ever tasted before. But I'm not mad about it. It was really nice in Mevagissey, but it's just so busy today. And to be honest with you, the crowds were just overwhelming me a bit, and I was like, I can't. So I've come back up here just to relax for a little minute and enjoy the view, and then I've got to do the walk back. This is the only thing with doing a coastal walk, is you have to remember you've got to walk back. Also, thank God I found some of these. My feet are killing. I'm not sure Birkenstocks were the appropriate choice for this particular walk. Sometimes with coastal walks though, it's fine, your Birks will just do you, but I would say this one is just that bit longer where I think a trainer or even like a little hiking shoe would have been good. So that would be my recommendation. But these will do the job and they'll get me back. We're 20 minutes into the walk back and it's Birkenstocks 1, blister plasters 0. When will I learn is my question to myself. Why did I think it was okay to wear Birkenstocks on this walk? It is a 3-hour round coastal path walk. Hike, some may say. And I'm wearing Birkenstocks. Like, make that make sense. This actually happened to me in Switzerland and I vowed never to be this person again, and here we are. But basically in Switzerland, I caught the train from Interlaken to Grindelwald, which if you haven't been, wow, amazing. Like Swiss Alps, dreamy views, just like nowhere I've ever been before. And I decided that I would just have a little wander around Grindelwald, check it out, and I was going to do a little walk. Walk being the operative word in that sentence. I was not expecting to hike that day. So I wore my Birkenstocks, these very Birkenstocks I'm wearing today, and a maxi dress. Now, anyone who's worn a maxi dress will know they don't really give you much stride, do they? So there I go on my merry way to the Swiss Alps in my maxi dress and Birkenstocks. And I decided to go on this little walk that someone had recommended in my hostel. So we're walking and I'm like, okay, it's like gravel path, but it's very hilly, and I'm like, we're going up a lot of hills here. And basically I'd ended up on a mini hike in the Swiss Alps in my maxi dress and my Birkenstocks, and I looked ridiculous, honestly. Everyone else is in like their activewear, their hiking gear. I stuck out like a sore thumb. If anyone needed to know that I was a tourist, like they definitely knew then. I told my friend that story on the walk I did, who has also been to Switzerland. She never lets me live this down. So yeah, don't wear a maxi dress and Birkenstocks to the Swiss Alps. Don't wear Birkenstocks on a Cornish coastal walk. I think on the agenda next week might be to invest in some walking shoes, because believe it or not, I don't actually own any proper like walking shoes. I have running trainers, like I really invested in a good pair of those, but yeah, like walking boots, hiking boots, I don't really have anything like that, so I think it's time to purchase some. I think this might actually be Cornwall's quietest beach in August ever. Like, can you see? There's literally only 4 people on this beach, and when I walked past here about 3 hours ago, there was a man and his, I assume, son and dog, and that was it. And I feel like you go to other beaches in Cornwall in the summer holidays in August and you cannot move for windbreaks, tents, kids, families, which is great. Like, everyone should be allowed to enjoy the beach in August, but I can't believe this beach. It's such a hidden gem. I guess because it's literally on the coastal path, I can't really see any way you could get down here via a car. Like, there's no car parks, you can see. So I think that might be why. But wow, what a great spot. I'm going to keep chit-chatting to you guys because it's taking my mind off the pain of my blisters. So thank you for being here for me. But I was just thinking about how just over a year ago I was living in London, and now I'm back in Cornwall, and I just don't know if I could live somewhere again that is not close to the sea. It's not to say I couldn't live in a city again, but it would have to be, I think, a city by the sea, like, you know, a European city like Lisbon or something. Because I can't not be around ocean. It's, once you've lived somewhere by the sea, I think it's really hard to go back. And don't get me wrong, London had its perks, but I just don't think it compares. I really don't. Okay, just under 1 mile to go. I can do this. We're so nearly there, but I have also got quite a big hill coming up, if you can see, just up there. I've got to walk all the way up there. Fun! Yay, love my life. So remember earlier when I said I had some thoughts about this walk that I was going to save till the end? This is one of the thoughts. So the beginning of the walk, the first, I would say 10 minutes, are all on fields, and I don't know if you can see, but there are a few cows. Now they are like at the top, and I've just seen a group and a woman on her own go past, and there's people behind me. So I do feel quite safe because they're far away, but I don't know, I feel like if the field was full of cows and I was coming to walk back, I'd feel a bit uncomfortable. So yeah, I don't know, just something to, I guess, consider if you're going to do this walk, that you might have to walk past some cows. See, now I'm in a field with a few cows, and it's fine, they're chilling, to be fair. I think they're waiting to get into the other field actually, but like the coast is clear ahead, there's some sheep there, and I know for the most part they're probably quite like peaceful, but I don't know, I think like you can, if you're not careful, get into a bit of trouble with cattle out in the fields. And also, especially if you have a dog as well, that's something to consider. So just thought I'd bring it up. Sorry, I'm so out of breath as well. That hill was a killer, but we are so nearly there. I'm going to dip my feet into the water to give my blisters some cooling relief. And then I think just chill on the beach for a bit at Gorran Haven, and then we can head back. I've never been so happy to see bunting in all my life.
In third place was number 26, Will. Number 26, Will. If you would come up and collect your prize, that would be fabulous.
I've just got back home and had a quick shower and changed, but oh my god, I'm aching. My bones are aching, my feet hurt. That was quite intense. I had a look on maps and we walked just under 7 miles, so it was 6.8 miles for the round trip to Mevagissey and back. So a lot of steps. In fact, I will check how many steps I've done. According to the Apple Watch, we've done 20,919 steps in Birkenstocks. Wouldn't recommend, as I said on the walk. Stupid idea. Like, let's talk about how stupid I am, and how much I need to just go and buy some walking shoes. That will be on the agenda next week, I promise you. Overall, I would definitely recommend that walk. I would give scenery a 10 out of 10. I would give it like a medium out of difficulty level, so maybe like a 5/6 out of 10 for ease on how difficult it is, just because it's definitely not a really cruisy, easy walk, like a lovely Sunday stroll, but it's also not a massive trek hike, you know, you're not clambering down rock faces or anything like that. But there were some really steep sections there, and I think, yeah, you need a good pair of shoes on, which I feel like we've covered that multiple times, but you do need a good pair of shoes. So if you're going to do this walk, definitely wear something suitable. Don't do what I did. And also if you're going on a hot day, like just taking water, wearing a hat, like all the stuff. I don't know why I'm being safety Susan at the moment, but that would be my recommendation. Like, I was glad that I had lots of water, and it's just like a bit of a longer walk where, you know, if you want to stop and take pictures and stuff, it could take you a good 2 hours, but you have got good facilities either side. So when you get to Gorran Haven, there's toilets, like public toilets, you've got coffee shops, and you can, yeah, pick up like a drink there or something. And then in Mevagissey, there's loads of stuff there as well, including, yeah, public toilets, loads of restaurants, bars, cafes, a Boots pharmacy if you need to buy blister packs like I did that don't even stick to your feet. Can we talk about that as well? Like, what's the point of making a blister pack that doesn't stick to your feet when you're walking? How stupid. I saw a lot of hikers on the route, but I also saw runners, families with kids too. So yeah, I think it is probably like a good all-rounder as long as you are prepped and ready for it. Anyway, it's 5 o'clock now and I've got an hour to myself just to relax and put my feet up. And then because the weather is so nice, me and my friend have decided to do a little sunset picnic in St Agnes. So I'm going to drive over there, leaving here at 6. It will take about 25 minutes. I'm kind of allowing for a potential Boardmasters traffic, but it should be okay. We're just going to park up the van with a view, sit in the back, have a little sunset picnic, which will be lovely and quite a nice way to round off the weekend. Got the goodies, let's go. She built this with her own bare hands. Yay!